The following program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.
As a former New Hampshire state representative who marched with Dr. Martin Luther King in 1963, he currently serves on the New Hampshire Commission for Human Rights. He's a product of Birmingham, Alabama, where at one time he had to guess how many jelly beans were in a fruit jar just to be able to vote.
We've come a long way, but we're not there yet.
Together we will explore the visible laws, invisible laws, and the structures above and beneath our human surface that keep us reaching for the stars. It is his goal to work with you in putting Nashua back on top, to be voted the #1 city in the nation again.
We are in a crisis situation, and that's what we're going to talk about.
I'm Harvey Keye. Welcome to Nashua Strong.
Good morning, Nashua. Thank you for watching Access Nashua Local Television. We really appreciate you and value your time and interest in Access Nashua TV as we continue to move the needle forward, trying to make a difference. As always, I'd like to touch on the right and value of voting in America, and I do this in every show because I have to tell you over and over again that after my discharge from the U.S. Army in 1956, I went back to my hometown in Birmingham, Alabama, and of course I wanted to vote. I went down to City Hall, and after a long wait, the registrar came out and looked at me and told me, say, now, can you count the number of beads in this jar? If you can count the number of beads in this jar, you can vote. Well, now, I'd just gotten back from the Army. I had my uniform on, and I was tough as this table. And I was going to rip this person apart, but then it came around the corner. A man with a gun is that big. So having just left the Army, I know what guns will do. I turned around, walked away, and I am able to sit here and talk to you today only because I walked away. I left that city and because they wanted to kill me because I wanted to vote. I just wanted to vote, nothing else, and they wanted to kill me. And today, Marshall, they're still doing that to some people in this country. Some people in this country still want to kill other people for the right to vote. And I surmise and think that it's perhaps they want to control me, keep me at a certain level, and take what I got for what they want. So when I get to be your age, I'd like you to vote for whomever you like. Just make sure you vote. Now, today I live in New Hampshire. I'm able to vote. I was able to run for a political office and won 2 times. And today I'm a Human Rights Commissioner for the state of New Hampshire. I have adopted New Hampshire for my state because I love New Hampshire. I love Nashua. I think it's one of the best states in the country. So I'll keep telling my story to Nashua. 90,000 people are watching right now, and thank you so much. And I'm going to keep telling it, and so that hopefully when you get to be 80 plus years, we will have a better country to live in. Now, I'm just going to ask you a few questions, Marshall. I want to say to my audience that I ran across this young man through his dad. I heard him speaking to his dad, or with his dad rather, with the highest level of respect and love that I can imagine. And that's what I preach. I talk about that. Without respect himself, and I heard that coming out of him with volumes. And of course, he respects his mother and father. So, I liked it so much. I don't want to listen to his conversation, but I heard a little bit, and he said he did something with music. And I said, at age 14, 15, he's a musician already? He should be on my show. So I asked him if he would come and play. Because I think the youth of today is the future of tomorrow. I think they're going to upset this world and make it a better place to live. Well, I don't know if that's upsetting it. Make some corrections, maybe. So I asked Marshall, and he readily agreed. And I said, what instrument? Now, I made a confession earlier that I didn't know what a lyric was. And I found out, after all these years, that the lyrics are the words in a song. So I asked him, what is it that you play? And he says, I do a smartphone and a computer. I said, man, this has got to be wild because, well, I'm not into musical instruments, but I love music. I think it's the vernacular of the soul. Music is that to me. Hopefully your dad and you will catch on to that word, vernacular of the soul for music. And maybe you'll wake up America one day. Who knows? So I have a couple things I wanted to say to you before I introduce you. Since you didn't play, I told Dick. Dick said, what does he play? I said, he plays guitar. It's common to me. And then I spoke with your dad and spoke with you. You don't play a guitar. You take the smartphone and a computer and you do something with it. And I want to call it snipping or pasting or taking something and running over some other original stuff and combining and make new stuff. Is that what you do?
Yeah.
Then I really found out what you do, what you play. So let me ask you this. I want to introduce you first before I get into this thing. I call his instrument, since I didn't know the name, I call it electronic disc jockeying. And I don't know if that's a good name or not, but that's what I've given it, and he's going to have to tell me differently. Let me introduce you to this young man that I have the highest regard for. His name is Marshall
Stansbury.
Stansbury, Mr. Marshall Stansbury, and he has a mustache at 14. How about that? Now, Marshall, I have a couple of questions I'm going to ask you, and then you can get into your electronic disc jockeying. How old are you?
15.
15. What grade are you, Marshall?
9th. Freshman.
And where do you go to school?
Kingswood Regional High School.
Okay. What's the name of it?
Kingswood Regional High School.
Kingswood Regional High School. What is your favorite subject?
Music, math.
Music and math?
Yeah. Science is like...
Science is one of your favorites?
Yeah. I wouldn't say like math is my favorite, but I am pretty good at it
How
now.
about algebra? You like algebra? You
Yeah.
do well with algebra?
Yeah.
Have you had calculus yet?
No.
Not yet. Okay, you're going to get there. How long have you been interested in music?
Since I was born.
Wow. Who inspired you to become a musician or interested in these lyrics?
My mom and my dad.
Your mom and your dad. Is music, Marshall, in your opinion, a universal language that crosses all nations, all races, creeds, and colors, and all worlds?
100%.
100%. See what we got here, folks? We got the next generation. Does music, in your opinion, have healing properties?
I'd say so.
With the science and the music, you could become Socrates. Maybe, I don't know. Who are your favorite musicians, Marshall?
There's too many to count.
Name a couple.
My mom, my dad.
Are they? Your dad's a musician?
Somewhat, yeah.
Yeah, great. Okay. What is your favorite instrument?
Guitar, piano.
Guitar, piano. What is the name? And well, I gave you a name of that instrument, an electronic. What did I call it? Electronic disc jockey. Let me ask you: when you do what you do, and you only have a phone here, I would like these young people in this who are going to view this around the world, incidentally. Access Nashua is around the world. AccessNashua.org. It's on YouTube. A huge number of young people are going to be looking at it, and they will copy you. So I know you're going to fascinate them. And you only have a phone. Now, I don't know. I'm speaking stuff that I don't understand at all, but I would guess. It's like taking something from one place and putting it in another place. You take music that someone else made, and use it for your own.
Well, sometimes I have some of my own music I've made, and then a lot of the times I do remix already made songs.
Is that a problem with infringement on copyrights?
Sometimes, yes. Usually when I've been doing it, it's like it's famous songs. As long as I'm not like spending, like getting money from it or anything, then it's usually okay.
It's
on
okay.
YouTube.
Let me
Depends on
say,
where
if I had a
post it.
party, and rather than pay a disc jockey $2,000 to come and spend some, whatever they do, I used to see them. I don't see them too much now. Could you come and play music?
Yeah,
It could be heard all over the place?
yeah.
How do you connect that to microphones and volume boxes?
That's
Electronically,
usually-
somebody
yeah.
would do that.
Yeah.
And you could play all of that from your phone.
Yeah,
And you copy it and paste it on your phone from somebody else's work.
basically, yeah.
And now it's your work.
I mean, it's still technically theirs, but yeah, generally, yeah.
Wow. I think it's something, folks, that we're going to have to deal with in the future, because this young man is going to the top of this business. He's been in this business. He's been in the world for 14 years. He's been in music for 15 years now. You figure out the math, okay? What are you going to call your instrument? I call it electronic disc jockey. What do you call it?
Remix, DJ.
Remix. Is anybody else doing this, you know?
Not personally, no. I'm the only one I know.
Wow.
Like, I've heard some other people's music like it sometimes, but I don't really.
But this is like being on a computer, and when they say cut and paste, I cut something and paste it over here.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm impressed, folks. And I must admit that confession is I'm completely zero, but I'm not alone. My guy behind the scenes here, Dick Gagnon, he ain't got too much to say about that either. Is there any kind of music that you do not like?
Country.
It's okay, but that's
Yeah.
not your favorite. Let me ask you this, and I'm going to get on with you and let you do your thing. Is music in your mind? Do you dream of music?
Yes.
Is music your passion? Is music your mission? And finally, young man, is music your genius?
Yes.
You're working on it. Folks, listen to this. This is what happens in every profession. Everything that you see on earth, somebody thought of it before. It doesn't matter what it is. It was an idea before it got hatched. Here's an idea that's going to be hatched. This young man is on a trail that most people don't even dream about. He dreams about his music. He thinks about his music. He also does some algebra and calculus and some science stuff and some climate changes and some biology and histology and physiology, all that kind of stuff. So I think, and I don't want to say it too loud, we're speaking to a future genius in our society, right here in New Hampshire. Do you believe that music can touch the heart and soul of human beings around the world?
I know it can.
You know it can. Look at the positiveness, young man. It's only 15 years old. I have people in here who are 50, 60, they don't have this attitude. And I want to tell you this, and I said it many times before. Your attitude, not your aptitude, will determine your altitude. Please remember it. And every second is a new beginning. And you're going to make this world a better place to live. Now, I've gotten all that good stuff to Marshall, and now I got him to understand the vernacular of the music in his soul. He got the genius in his mind, and I'm going to say to you, thank you so much. Get on your horse and write your music.
Okay.
Here's Marshall, folks. Listen closely.
All right. Here we go.
Wow. That's one song. You got more?
What was the name of that one?
That one was called Chill Mode. Okay, this one is called Fly. It's probably one of my oldest ones I've made.
How long is it?
1 minute and 28 seconds.
And that's your song?
Yep.
Okay, I'm ready. Wow. That's great. What's the next
Thank you.
one?
This one is called Colors.
Did you make that? Did you cut and paste that one?
No, these ones are all specifically me.
You did those?
Yeah.
Keep going.
Thank you.
What does that mean, Marshall, that song? What does that mean? What does it really mean? That
I don't know. When I made it, I was feeling like there's just. It's hard to explain. I was feeling a lot of stuff at the time.
was it good stuff
Like-
or bad stuff?
Truthfully, both. I was in like
that's
a.
all right.
I was in
but
like
there
a
are no
weird
words
place.
in that song.
Yeah.
There are some words.
No, sorry, there were.
Could you put words into the song?
I couldn't sing them.
But
Because
could
I
you
can't
lift
sing,
them
but-
from some other person? Or
Yes.
let's say if I had some words that resemble the lyrics, no, the lyrics is what I say, that music. If I gave you what I felt, could you overlay that?
Yes.
And then it would be a song.
Yeah.
We could sell it? Wow. Let's hear another one. Some of you,
All
that's
right.
really great, man. Thank you. Now you did all of that past thing with a computer
Yes.
and a telephone? I think I'm in another world. But thank you so much. Let's go on and see what else you got in store for us.
All right. This one's called Awake. It does have some vocals in it. They were samples, so it's not really my vocals.
That's what you
but they're
call
not
voice
really-
vocals?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, sir.
There's Like, it's not specifically called that, but that's what I refer to them
That's
as.
good.
See, this one's called Awake.
Now, were you singing?
No, that was, I forget her name.
That's okay, but you record, how did you get the song and the vocals and the lyrics and the whatever that other stuff is, music, together?
There's an editing software where you, so, picture, I don't know how to explain it. Well, picture it kind of like, pieces of, like a strip of paper, I guess. So there's one which is the vocals, the words and the singing, and then there's another one which is the music. And in the software I use, you can place the vocals on the like music and kind of mix it, or
Do
like,
you all have to be in the same room?
No.
So you can do something from Australia
Yeah.
and New York right here in the studio. That's incredible.
Yes.
I just got to say I'm blown away. So it's a miracle. I don't know if it's a miracle or not. You're a genius. That's what it is. At age 14, and you're going to help our world become a better place to live. I think we've come to close to the end. I'm going to say thank you so much. And to Nashua, thank you for watching Access Nashua TV. It is around the world. It's on YouTube. And we constantly bring you the future of our generation, the future of our world. The future is now. Tomorrow is now. There's no future. There's no present. It's all right here. As I say that, right? Close to it anyway. My young man, it's a pleasure meeting you.
You too.
It's a pleasure to see you go to the top of the ladder. And anything I can do, and this station can do to help you move up, please let me know.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nashua. We'll see you next time.
The preceding program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.